Welcome guys to another video. So today I'm going to do the final review of the Armed Shark Squidtrainer, a very old version because I sold it, so I need to ship it out, and for the moment I just decided to make a reference video for the review. Now let's start with unboxing. The past version didn't have much. The pouch and trainer tight. I already have looked it. So now let's make a very fast tune and sound test. Okay, now just for a bit of showcase, fast showcase open. About the specs, let me take my phone. Here are the specs on BPKS. You can pause the video just to see them. Weight 123, aluminum, etc. You can pause the video in case, and you can find also the normal version is 42.88, and you can also find a Christmas version limited edition here. Okay, it's already sold out, but there's a Christmas version you can get maybe on also Balisong. Balisong is nearly the same price, and it does have also the Christmas version. Yeah, still available. So just to show you, and also there aren't much details here. Okay, now let's talk about the flipping. I change camera. Okay, about the flipping of this balisong. This balisong has a standard way of flipping, I think, but there's a problem which it's very unique of this balisong, and I never noticed something like this on anything else, which is the weight of the handles compared to the blade as an aluminum balisong, because the weight of the handles are, I think, too much, at least for me. Okay, let's do some flipping and show you how this thing flips, because yeah, it flips pretty much in a standard way, and it's good. But I show you now why I think there's a problem in the handle weight. I'm already used to it, so that's why I think I can flip it in a okay way, but let me show you what a beginner would flip this. if you start as a beginner with this balisong, you will feel that the balance is a classic standard one, and I'll discuss it later. So neutral to handle bias, but the handles are like very in a relatively way, I can say heavy, because I never found something like this on other balisongs. I mean, made of aluminum. So let me do some other tricks just to show you. I try my best, so maybe it's not like really beginner, but just to show you what will happen if you try some of the tricks. Also doing ladders. Okay, now about the flippability. This balisong flips in a good standard way if you like and or get used to the relatively heavy handles, because normal tricks, I think they feel like a little bit slower than something like a normal balisong, standard balisong will do, and it feels just like heavier to do a lot of tricks. Not every single trick, but a lot of them. Something that I think it's very good, because of these characteristics are tricks such as dumbbell rollover and behind the eight ball, because the handles have that weight right for the momentum, and so you just need that enough force to do the trick without anything, I mean without problems, and it's like a very standard classic thing of heavy handles balisongs, which I only find normally on titanium balisongs, but this is like a particular special one and unique in its sense. And that's pretty much it. About the handles, I don't like much this type of handles, because first thing, the lateral surfaces are very smooth and slippery, and it will drop very easily if you grab on them. That's why in fact the jimpings, which are not present, are very lacking. Like, it will drop in a very easy way if you don't keep, sorry, if you don't keep it with enough grip and force. Now, and also the material on these handles are, I think, too much. That's why it have that strange, I mean, particular weight on the handles. While about the blade balance the handles very, I mean, in a standard way, and I think it's a good shaped, nearly like the Tanto one, with enough deep weight, but because of the handles are relatively too heavy, it just feels it lacks a bit of weight, like in the center part, in order to balance in a perfect way the handles. Talking always about the handles, the texture and grippiness of them are like not too to good. In fact, the grippiness, as I said, lateral surfaces are lacking in grippiness, texture, and it's very bad. While on the frontal side, the texture have that grippiness which are like near enough grip but not enough. It's like too shallow to have that very good grip, and it can like drop while you flip, and that's something like Armed Shark normally does, like always. Not sure, but that's probably something common in Armed Shark brand, while Bali Plus as a counterpart, it's always very deep on every balisong as texture. It does feel like enough, but sometimes it's not enough as a grip. On the main part of this review, let's talk about the balance. The balance, it's, as I said, neutral to handle biased, and it's like a standard classic balance for beginners, but the balisong, it's, I think, particular and unique on its own way. That's why I don't think it's something you should get as a beginner. And as I said before, the handles balance the blade too much, so it overbalances the blade and makes it like it does have too much weight on the handles. About the sound, as I made it before, the sound test, let's continue it. Sound, it's like it's ringy with ring, and crispy, I can say, and it's not quiet, it's loud. I mean, about the quality, as always, Armed Shark products, they make always very good products with literally no problems, and tune is very good. I mean, maybe it's not as good as it was, but it's very good. It was very good. And so I don't think there's anything to say about quality, because Armed Shark normally delivers good stuff. The price, as I said before, it's $42.8 or $88 based on where you get it, and as a value compared to what you spend to get this, it is a budget balisong, and I can probably say it's like 7 out of 10. Oh, by the way, you can always read everything in the description of the video as the final review if you just don't want to listen what I'm saying. So it offers enough value, mainly because it's a very good made clone of something that costs probably a lot, like $200 and something. That's why I just gave it a 7, because it just doesn't give enough value for what you can get nowadays for the price. I mean, there are better things to get, and that's why, in fact, on the tier list I decided to put in a plus tier, and I just upgraded its tier from A when I made a short and made the first review of this thing, because I just flip it again and feel it. It does have a good balance for thunder lovers and behind the 8-ball, and it feels very very smooth in performing those compared to other balisongs I ever had. As you can see, let me show you what I'm talking about. Behind the 8-ball and okay, I made that very slow. Now let's see on this. As you can see, even if you do it very slow, it just works, while on others, if you slow too much, it doesn't make enough of that momentum or the force you give, because the handles like have too less weight, and also the blade influence that if it's too light. It keeps very good the momentum in every way because of the weight, as I said. Now, overall, I can say that overall the handles, at least for me, they are too heavy. I mean, not very very heavy, something like you can't flip, but heavy in a relatively way for aluminum balisongs, and they outbalance the weight of the blade. While the blade, I think it's okay, with also enough tip weight, because like there's enough material, but because of the handles, they balance it's as I said, neutral to handle biased. Now, it is a budget balisong, public friendly, outdoors friendly. You can probably also use it while traveling, and a very good, very very good clone of the original Squidtrainer. And considering those facts, I would recommend this balisong only to those that want a clone for those reasons. And I don't think I would recommend this as for beginners, because it is very particular as as an aluminum balisong, and that's why I think first I would recommend getting something else, because there are better options, because this one is very particular and not too classic as a standard balisong, such as, I don't know, a Kraken clone. If you compare those, you can very feel the fact that let me take it just to show you. Okay, I don't have okay, let's get the Valley Plus Kraken. As a comparison, as you can see, they are pretty much different. More handle length, and also just feels faster and light compared to this one. And I really think you should get something else as to start the hobby, instead of getting this one, which is for someone that has a particular preference. But you can always try it. Let's see each other on another video.